Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Energy Quickchat, where we rub minds with stakeholders and players in the energy markets. I am your show host, Justina Okechukwu. Now, Namibia has become one of Africa's most exciting exploration and upstream frontiers, with two major oil and gas discoveries made last year by global energy majors Shell, Total Energies, and Qatar Energy. Following these discoveries, the country has seen a spike in interest by regional and global players. And that's why UK-based Energy Capital and Power, in partnership with the Ministry of Mines and Energy, recently launched the Energy Invest Report on Namibia. Miguel Artacho is the country manager for Namibia and Angola at the Energy Capital and Power and joins me now to discuss this latest report. Congratulations on your new Energy Invest Report for Namibia.
Thanks very much for the opportunity to speak with you today. Indeed, Energy Capital and Power produces energy investment reports in a number of sub-Saharan oil and gas producing countries. We're a Cape Town-based company that does market intelligence and reports and conferences. And we've just recently launched our Namibia Energy Invest 2023 publication in partnership with the Ministry of Mines and Energy of Namibia, headed by His Excellency Minister Tom Alawida. Now, the timing of this report is excellent because we have a team that's in country now to produce this in-depth publication over the next few months. That's going to cover the entire energy value chain in Namibia, from upstream exploration and production that's been underway, as well as renewable energy, where Namibia is working on development of hydrogen projects, for example. Furthermore, Namibia is hosting a high-level energy event next week in the capital city of Windhoek, which is the Namibia International Energy Conference 2023 that's taking place from April 25th to 28th, in which the top stakeholders from the government, such as the aforementioned minister or the Commissioner for Petroleum, Ms. Maggie, will all be speaking alongside the Namibia's NOC, NAMCOR, or the African Energy Chamber, and a number of private sector players who are active in the energy sector and associated industries.
Now, recently, Qatar Energy and the Namibian government signed an MOU for cooperation on energy development. What does this mean for the Southern African country?
Well, it's an important development because Qatar Energy's Junker 1X well made a light oil discovery, and this follows a series of Orange Basin exploration successes that were announced last year, as well as Shell's Graph 1 and Total Energy's Venus 1 finds. And so essentially, IOCs such as Qatar Energy and the aforementioned companies have now fully proven Namibia's deep water reservoirs and their potential. So the memorandum of understanding that was recently signed between Qatar Energies and the Ministry of Mines is essentially, it's important because it's part of a trend of such arrangements that are shaping the domestic domestic environment and showcasing the tremendous potential that Namibia has, and it follows other MOUs that were signed at other events. For example, at Angola Oil and Gas 2022, which took place in Luanda last year, Namibia's NOC, NAMCOR, signed an MOU with the government of Angola. So it's a positive step in the right direction that showcases the tremendous potential of the E&P sector here in Namibia.
Yeah, I know you've mentioned something about the so much potential that Namibia's oil and gas sector holds. But how much of this is that potential, and how much of this has been harnessed so far?
Well, essentially, Namibia is not yet producing oil and gas on a commercial scale, but its offshore basins are in some ways similar to Brazil's very prolific pre-salt oil fields, they've yielded recently a number of very promising discoveries mentioned, as I discussed, by Total Energies, Shell and Qatar Energy, Venus, Graph prospects, which combined are estimated to hold at least a billion barrels of oil, particularly due to the high prospectivity of the Venus discovery in Block 2913B. But it's going back to your question, this is only the very beginning of a very promising trajectory for Namibia's oil and gas sector over the next decade. And it is forecasted that oil and gas development is going to more than double Namibia's GDP between now and 2040. Furthermore, Namibia is also home to the Kudu gas field and the gas to power project, which is being developed by BW Energy in order to transport gas to pipeline to an 800 megawatt power station in southern Namibia. So there's tremendous opportunity, not just in the upstream oil and gas discovery, but also in gas to power projects as well. And also, I would add that the Namibia Power Corporation is taking steps to upgrade the national electricity grid so as to put in place a regulatory framework that incentivizes independent power producers, IPPs. And there's a potential for Namibia to essentially, once more gas and energy becomes available, export electricity to regional neighbors.
Now, speaking to the future of Namibia's energy, what key policies are shaping future energy investment planning and decision making in Namibia?
Yes. The government of Namibia has basically put in place a number of reforms to create a much more attractive investment climate and regulatory framework so it's conducive for investors to participate in Namibia's burgeoning energy sector. For instance, the Ministry of Mines and Energy continues to optimize the legal framework and to accelerate upstream and downstream sector development, and also steps underway to promote the development of local content so that Namibian citizens can benefit from new employment opportunities as anything from petroleum engineers and geoscientists, as well as perhaps less skilled positions doing electrical, construction, fabrication work, or services for oil and gas projects that are going to be growing exponentially in the years ahead.
So which other projects are expected to come on the line, and what does the current year hold for Namibia?
Well, essentially, the offshore discoveries that took place over the course of 2022 have really raised Namibia's profile as a global exploration hotspot, and they've triggered a massive interest in Namibia's upstream sector from other companies who are either already present or moving in. For instance, Chevron is reportedly set to enter Block 2813B, or Portugal's Galp Energy is expected to drill a probe over the next few months. Woodside Energy and Pancontinental Energy are also exploring acquiring a participating interest in petroleum exploration license 87, which is located in offshore Namibia. There are also a number of medium-sized or perhaps independent companies such as Eco Atlantic or London-based Impact Oil and Gas, which are expanding the footprint of their projects in Namibia. So between 2023 and 2025, according to Rystad Energy, the consultancy, over 15 new probes are expected to be drilled offshore Namibia. And for that reason, there's really many major new opportunities arising for the country to attract more players as well as more FDI into the country's oil and gas industry over the next few years.
Wow. Thank you so much, Miguel Artacho, Country Manager for Namibia and Angola at Energy Capital and Power, for those insights into Namibia's energy sector. And that's it on our quick chat this week. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I am Justina Okechukwu. Bye for now.